Darren Till versus Luke Rockhold in a boxing match for Misfits 22. I personally want nothing to do with this. If it was an MMA fight, I'd be interested. It would actually be cool. And I want to see these guys back in MMA because that's what they do best, not box. I don't know why, other than money, why you would choose to do something like this. First of all, both Luke Rockhold and Darren Till had really good kicks, okay? Darren Till has better hands than Rockhold. Rockhold 100% is more of a kicker. But Darren Till uses kicks too. He's not some Ilya Taporia type. And yes, I know Ilya does some kicks too, but he's more of a boxer. We all know this. So Darren Till versus Luke Rockhold does nothing for me other than make me wonder why. What's the reason? Is it because it's a way to get your name out there still and get attention and clout and have people care and watch and tune into you? Because that's a real thing, right? Athletes who don't want the spotlight to leave them. You got to remember who both of these guys were. Luke Rockhold's a former champion. Darren Till was fighting for the championship, and remember how he was talking back in the day. He was talking about being the greatest fighter of all time. He had lofty goals and he was speaking them out there, only to crash and burn against Tyron Woodley. And bro, that's life. You know what I mean? Like, you dare to be great and you lost. It happens. But then he goes in there against Jorge Masvidal, who was rejuvenated with his own journey and, the TV show he was on, all the stuff. Masvidal knocks him out in front of his crowd in England, and it can't get any worse. And I just feel like he never truly bounced back from that. And I don't think it's over for Darren Till. Like, I don't think it has to be this. I don't think he has to be doing Misfits boxing matches against ex-MMA fighters. I think he could have had this fight. Someone could have put this on. If the PFL put this on, bro, I would have watched it. I swear to you. I promise you. I would have watched this fight if the PFL put it on. If Ryzen put it on. If the UFC put it on. I would have watched it. But I'm not really gonna... Why would I watch this? It's just different because I don't want to see this. I want to see Luke Rockhold doing MMA and Darren Till doing MMA. That's what I want to see. That leaves me with this point of the money. Is it just the fact that it's more lucrative? It's boxing, Misfits boxing. Salt Poppy's also going to be fighting Tony Ferguson. Like, there's people with money behind this stuff. And the way that they legitimize these cards is by having big name real fighters on it, like Darren Till and Luke Rockhold. That every MMA fan of the last 10 years knows who both of these guys are. That may be true, but you then, I feel like, have to ask yourself, what are you doing it for? And if it's money, okay, it's money, fair enough. But don't expect me to get behind you for it. You know what I mean? What would make me want to watch Darren Till is if Darren Till came out and did an interview and said, I've still got all the potential in the world. I'm going to be UFC welterweight champion, and I don't care who it is. If it's Shavkat, if it's Ian Gary, if it's Sean Brady, I will, if it's JDM, if it's Islam, I will come back and I will knock the head off him. What now? Now? Going nuts. That's what he should do. But this just chasing money and, everybody just trying to have like a red panty night is kind of old, tired, boring, and it's jumped the shark. For those of you that don't get the reference, that's a Happy Days reference. The Fonz, one of the all-time American characters in sitcoms, and they did an episode one day where he was jet skiing on a boat and he jumps over a shark, and it wasn't well received. People didn't like it. So that's where that phrase comes from, jumped the shark. And that's what MMA has done. That's what, I just feel like all this combat sports stuff has jumped the shark. You got those other promotions. I think it's king of the streets in Russia. I think that's too brutal, personally. I think it's too much. I think, we have to ask ourselves, what are we doing here, and what do we believe in, too? You know what I mean? What do we believe in? Do we want to be people that like watching brutalities? I like watching martial arts. I like watching martial artists. I like watching discipline, respect, technique. That's what I like watching. This idea of liking violence is, I don't get it. I don't get it, and I think that's a false narrative that has infiltrated its way into the MMA community and martial arts community and things of that nature. A guy like Luke Rockhold can come out and say, look, let me fight on the Contender Series. Let me fight on there and fight these young guys who, I could be like a gatekeeper. And that's like a valuable role. There's nothing wrong with being a gatekeeper. There's nothing wrong with, being that guy that knocks the top 15 guy back and from getting into the top 10. There's nothing wrong with fulfilling that role. And I dropped it all the way down to Contender Series because I don't think Luke is ready for no top 15 guy yet. Maybe a guy like Bo Nickel, but maybe that's a good one. But Luke Rockhold is, I would love a comeback story for him. I would love to see Darren Till come back, but chase money, I could care less. You get me? So that's pretty much all I got on this one. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Whether you agree or disagree, it does not matter. Just join the discussion, follow for more, and leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. Thank you. You are all appreciated.